Brandon, that's a big word. Desperate. Only used it a couple times in my dating life. What do you make of your former team's, quote, desperation for one of these star quarterbacks?
Yeah, I don't know if they're desperate or if they're just ready. They're super passionate, and it starts with one person in that building. She's 98 years of age. That's Virginia McCaskey. I was there for 3 years, 2012 to 2014, and everybody in the building knew that George McCaskey, her son who runs the team, wanted her to go out with the Lombardi Trophy. And that's what we worked for every single day. That was Brian Urlacher, that was Devin Hester, that was Jay Cutler, that was Julius Peppers, and I can go on and on and on. Lovie Smith and any other coach that came after that. Everybody knew what was the deal when they came into that building. And that's why you see George McCaskey on the sideline, and he never smiles, and he's so intense, and he's so passionate. That's his energy every single day. I don't know if you walk in a Cincinnati Bengals organization if you feel that. I don't know if you feel that when you walk in in the Miami Dolphins facility, and you see that from Stephen Ross. There's some organizations, it's like, man, these people really want to win a Super Bowl. That's all they're about. It's been, 30-something years, 36 years since they've won a Super Bowl. They're still talking about the 1985 Bears. You walk into that city, you go into a restaurant, that's all they're going to talk about. If Mike Ditka, anybody on that team walk in, they get a free steak. They don't pay for anything there. That's how beloved they are, and that's how passionate those fans are. And it starts with Virginia McCaskey, trickles down to George McCaskey, and it goes all the way down to everybody in that building. So I don't think they're desperate. I just think that they're super passionate. They're trying to figure out, how do we get this done?
Yeah, there's a saying that says you should never shop hungry. And when you're searching for a trade partner, you want the hungriest possible group. And typically that's a GM and head coach who are on the verge of potentially losing their job, or a GM and head coach who feel like they're one player away from making a push for the Super Bowl. And those are the two targeted groups. And you talk about, Brandon, the passion of ownership there. The GM feels that. The head coach feels that. And they know that their best opportunity to get over that hump, that 8-8 hump of where they are, is to go get an elite quarterback. But the reality is, there's one guy they can't get in Houston, and with Russell Wilson, that's an impossible deal. It would cost $30 million in dead money to the Seahawks for that to happen. So as desperate as they are, and as willing as they are to get something done, I don't think they're going to find a trade partner.
Yeah, the most dangerous thing for a fan is to have a desperate GM. Because, listen, here's the deal with Ryan Pace. His first big decision was hiring John Fox. John Fox went 14-34. His second big decision was they had the 7th pick of the draft. He's spinning on a wide receiver named Kevin White. Kevin White finished his career with 25 catches. His next big decision was trading up for a quarterback. Mahomes, Watson, don't even meet with Watson, Mitch Trubisky. And now Ryan Pace knows, man, if I make a massive move and it doesn't work, well, the fans are going to be fans of the Bears forever. But I'm only going to be an employee of the Bears for another few months. So that's not going to be my problem. So you see this very often in the NBA, where a GM knows he's going to be out if they don't make the playoffs, and all of a sudden you're trading a bunch of future firsts for a mediocre player because you're trying to get over the hump. So it puts franchises in a bad spot. But Brandon has mentioned Virginia McCaskey. He said she's 98 years old. Here's another reason the Bears might be desperate, and this is not an exaggeration. The last time Virginia McCaskey, her team, had a quality quarterback, she was 25 years old, and his name was Sid Luckman, and it was the late 40s. Do you know who the highest-rated quarterback in Bears history is? Mitch Trubisky. Look it up. That's a true stat. That's a true stat. It's not, I'm sorry, listen, I forgot your guy Jay Cutler, but Trubisky actually has a higher rating. They've had 5 quarterbacks in history of the league. They have 5 quarterbacks in the history of their franchise who have 10,000 passing yards. Eric Kramer, Jim McMahon, another Jim, who is it? Jim Harbaugh, Jay Cutler, and Mitch Trubisky. There is, without a doubt, Jay Cutler is the second best quarterback they have had or the best quarterback they have had since Luckman. Luckman retired in 1950. So this is a massive market with a passionate fan base, Wilds, who,
amazing market.
If you dangle in front of them Russell Wilson, I think the fans would say there is no price too high. You got to eat all that money? Well, okay.
Oh, they're ready.
We'll pay whatever it takes, because I think that they are. It's an underrated story that we have fought. It's basically been post World War II. The best quarterback the Bears have had is Jay Cutler. That's a wild situation, Wilds.
So, I have fond memories of Sid Luckman, and here's another weird stat. The Bears have never had a quarterback throw for 4,000 yards, Coach. It blew my mind. Last year, 12 guys threw for 4,000 yards, one of them being Justin Herbert, who was embryo minus 12 the last time the Bears won the Super Bowl. But the article from Jason La Canfora talked about organizational desperation. So that the Bears organization is like, we're the Bears. We've never had a 4,000-yard passer. We play defense. We're old school refrigerator Perry, Richard Dent style football. Have you felt in your coaching career that organizations want to play a certain way, and now they're basically going to have to turn the battleship? They're like, oh, guess what? It's a passing league now. Let's go all in and try to get one of these elite quarterbacks. Or do you think the Bears are just going to have to stay the course? Like, you are who you are. You're the Bears. You just kind of play defense. It's cold.
I don't think it's a function of we're just going to play this way or we're stuck in our ways. Everybody wants an elite quarterback, but unfortunately, they're really, really hard to find. And the Bears are in a situation where they're 29th right now in the NFL in salary cap space. They've got over 20 free agents that they have to deal with. It's not like they're loaded with draft picks or extra draft picks to make these potential trades. They're not getting Russell Wilson because it costs Seattle too much money, not that it costs Chicago too much money. So, look, Wilds, they should just lean into that defensive identity.
Yeah.
This is more of a lean in year than it is, hey, we're going to be able to go get one of these elite guys. And then the other part of this is, you know, if you're ownership and you've seen the mistakes that have been made by management, how excited are you to leverage the future of the organization, by this current administration?
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.